Hey, guys. Alta Spells are here, your voice manager. I unmute the voice of women who are ready to speak up about what has kept her silent for way too long. As you see, I'm having issues with the camera again, so I have shut the camera off, so it'll just be the audio with me today. But I am super excited because you guys know that I try to come in the 8 o'clock hour to do the morning press to help you press into your next level, press into your business, your life, the best life. Come on, the best life. We want to make sure that we are taking advantage of all of it, all of it. Uh, but I do have to say this in doing these live streams and coming with this information, man, it is not just stuff for you. It is definitely stuff for me. And I told y'all, I feel like God, this next series is just like the hard headed series because there are so many things that he has taught us and talked to us about that we've kind of just laid by the wayside or ignored completely because it hurt too much, or we tried to pass it off because it was we didn't think we were good enough. We didn't think it was time for us to do that thing. And I love how he elevates us and puts us in rooms that we feel as though we're not qualified for, but he sees something in us. It was interesting when he gave me this topic for today, though, because thinking about pierced hearts is really, let's be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. Nobody likes their heart broken. That's just it is what it is. No one likes their heart broken. No one likes to feel bad. No one wants to be depressed. No one wants to deal with anxiety. And although these words have taken on a whole new journey in recent years because people are becoming a lot more forthcoming with their mental health, there are some things in the midst of that are learning lessons. There are some things in the midst of our situation and circumstances that allow us to be stronger for not only ourselves and our family, but stronger for the people that we're meant to lead. And so this topic today may be one that definitely um, makes you feel some type of way. And I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. But, we always talk about the quote, iron sharpens iron, and it does. And there's also the idea, good morning, come on. Look, no one likes their toes stepped on. Listen, everybody always talks about iron sharpens iron, and the things that we have gone through, right, Nicole? The things that we have endured were sometimes meant to pierce our heart because situations that we've been through have hardened it. Whew, y'all better come on this morning. Good morning, Jeff. Situations that we have endured have hardened our heart. And so there are other things that have to come. There are words that need to be said. There are experiences that we need to have that will pierce our heart, because once it pierces our heart, it prepares us for something better. Once it pierces our heart, it strengthens us for where we're going. Once it pierces our heart, it allows us to be educated in that area and become an expert at that thing, right? Good morning, Deborah. Good morning. And so nobody likes it. Nobody wants to have their heart broken. Nobody wants to go through depression. Nobody wants to go through anxiety. But there are moments where that pierced heart is going to be the only reason why you survive while other people don't. Come on. Come on, Nicole. Every adversity prepares us for the next. Exactly, exactly. And so it was interesting that this is the topic that was given to me this morning because I got some news yesterday that I can't share just yet. And it pierced my heart because of my experience. It pierced my heart because of my how I am connected to that person. But it also pierced my heart because it was a great reminder to check in with my good girlfriends and to check in. Something that y'all don't may not know about me is that the ones who are in my inner circle, they get calls from me, they get text messages, weird text messages from me. They get prayers, they get why? Because so many times in the industry of entrepreneurship, authors and speakers, we forget that people are human beings. And we forget that the person that is in the battle, the warrior, sometimes needs some water. The warrior sometimes needs a hug. The warrior sometimes needs to sit down and have somebody else war on their behalf. But you won't know that until your heart is pierced and you got to take down the walls. And so, women that I have connected with years ago, I'm still connected with. And we even literally, I just had a call with two ladies that we connected back in 2015, 2016, and we had a call yesterday. And it was so amazing to be on the call with them and listen to the things that, they've been able to do. It was a short call, but it mattered. It mattered. Here's the thing. So, with this particular scripture, it was Luke 2:35. But I'll go up a little bit because it says Jesus' parents were amazed at what was being said about him. Then Simeon blessed them, and he said to Mary, the baby's mother, "This child is destined to cause many in Israel to fall and many others to rise. He has been sent as a sign from God, but many will oppose him." Here's verse number 35. As a result, the deepest thoughts of many hearts will be revealed, and a sword will pierce your very soul. When I think about the pierced hearts that we get, sometimes it's because it's a result of what we've done to unlock some prison doors. It's a result of what we've done to go and reveal some things to people in the world. It's a result of the work that we are doing. No, it's not always going to feel comfortable. And we see that in the scripture before. This child is destined to cause many in Israel to fall and many others to rise. He has been sent as a sign from God, but many will oppose him. And so we get into this mindset and thinking that the journey will be easy. And then we have a moment where our heart is pierced and we lose a loved one. We have a moment where our heart is pierced and somebody gets a bad diagnosis. We have a moment where our heart is pierced. And here's the thing, the enemy wants you to believe that in the moment where your heart is pierced, in the moment where something kind of shifts you and shakes you, that you are supposed to stop, that you are supposed to sit in that moment and not move. And here's the thing, we can sit in that moment in order for us to gain clarity of what it is that we're feeling at that time. But God didn't call us to sit in that moment. He called us to be able to look at it as a reminder, of the journey that you're on, as a reminder of the fact that people will fall, people will rise because of you. Because of the business that you create, people will rise, people will fall. Because of the book that you put out, people will rise, people will fall. Because of the business, listen, because of the conversations you have, because of you standing on a stage and speaking your truth, people will rise and people will fall. But it's all because you had that pierced heart. It's all because of what you went through, what you endured. And you didn't just survive it, but you're thriving because of it. And so thinking about what that means to us as individuals, what that means to us as mothers, as husbands and wives, as fathers, as children, um, uncles, aunts, as just leaders in the community, leaders in the church. We cannot let the moment that pierced our heart become an offense. Because if we let the moment that pierced our heart become an offense, we cannot use it as defense. And I even think about, and I haven't watched a good football game in a minute, but when I think about the defense and the offense, and I think about the offense running towards us, I can't be so distracted that the about the offense that's coming towards me, offensive linemen that are coming towards me. I have to pay attention because I have to be on the defense because at some point in time, there may be a way for me to overcome the offense. Some of you have been holding on to whatever pierced your heart, and it's become a burden for you because you don't know how to use it as defense. Jeff said it. Look, going through the fire brings out the strength of kings and queens. I have to know how to use whatever offended me, whatever went and pierced my heart. I have to know how to use it. And so in business, there are moments where we don't do everything 100% right. We get things wrong. There's moments where people talk about us, where people talk down to us. There's moments where things just fall apart. I either use that and let it pierce my heart and make me never help another person, or I use that and I allow it to be fuel for me to be better. Come on, come on. Come on, Jeff. I love it this morning. Being pierced wasn't designed to hang on for something you to hang on to, but to thrust you into your destiny. And it becomes this heavy weight that we kind of drag from with our purpose. And it's crazy because the thing that offended us oftentimes is we made it bigger because, oh, y'all better catch this. Oftentimes, the things that offended us become heavy to us because we've been carrying it for so long, not because it's actually something that was really heavy. Woo-wee. It wasn't heavy to begin with, but because we kept carrying it, it became heavier and heavier. Because not because it was heavy, but because our arms started to get weak from carrying something that we were never meant to carry. And so the thing that pierced our heart has now become this boulder that we're carrying. Come on. Nicole said, so good. She said, have to run. Have an amazing, blessed day. She said, let's turn our mess into a message, our test into a testimony. Whew, you better say that. I know that's right, Jeff. Speaking too long, listen, speaking too long about anything will continue to revive it and give it life. And there's a way to use it as, again, as your defense. There's a way to use it as a building block, as a springboard. But if we continue to go to that place of remembering, and now we're stuck, and for 3 days we can't do anything, we can't eat, we can't sleep. No, no, no. God gave us the ability to have a sweet rest, but we have to learn how to give things over to Him. He did not say that we would not be sad. He did not say that we would not be angry. He said, don't go to bed with it. He didn't tell you that you wouldn't feel it. He didn't say that. He said, don't go to bed with it. Don't allow the sun to set on your anger. Why? Because every time you allow the sun to set on your anger, you've literally been carrying it through the night. So you have a restless sleep. You've been carrying it into the next day. So that's when you get weaker. And now you can't carry the things that you're supposed to carry. You can't care about the things you're supposed to care about because you've been carrying this offense. And this is why I said I think that this is supposed to be that hard-headed series. Come on. Because I feel like this is one of those things, one of those areas where we've been hard-headed. I feel like this is one of those areas where we truly have put ourselves in a position of we're literally putting ourselves in a corner. And the corner that we're putting ourselves in is blocking the joy. It's blocking our purpose. Come on. It's blocking our passion. It's blocking love. It's blocking things because we've built up this wall of offenses. I wish it were easier for us to let it go, but it's not always that easy. But we are capable of letting it go. And so, if you get nothing else from this message this morning, I want you to understand, come on, right? We can't be in a space where we're allowing this thing, we're carrying this thing. And we're carrying it and walking past the things that we need for our purpose. Deborah said it, it's dead weight. I've heard people talk about, oh my goodness, I never have any peace in my home. Are you creating peace in your home? Are you learning how to handle the situations that you're going through in prayer, in worship? Are you learning how to hand things to God? Because, see, I wish it was just, oh, here, if when you're going through something, you just go ahead and say, God, take this. And, on the first try, sometimes that you just let it go that way. Can we be honest? We have things in the physical that we won't even let go that easily. We have things literally in our homes that we won't let go of that easily. But when we train ourselves up to be able to let things go and to put things back in God's hands, that means, are we spending our time in worship? Are we going in prayer? Are we reading his word? Are we setting ourselves up so that way, even if we did have the pierced heart, we're asking God to heal it before we go to bed. Even if we have a pierced heart, we're asking God to heal it before we go to bed. And then we're going to sleep well because God is going to handle it. Exactly. Be the peace. You are the example. And so if there's no peace in your home, you have to start with you. It's interesting. I had this conversation with a client last week, and we always talk about it. Listen, we can pray and ask God to change somebody else, but God will surely change us. You could be praying and asking for better kids, a better spouse, a better everything. And guess what? God will work on you. And it don't always feel good. God will be working on you. He's working on your heart. He's working on your words. He's working on you because you will be the example. God, with everything, Jesus, with everything that he went through while he was on this earth, he dealt with so many things that pierced his heart. But in turn, it was because he was preparing us for something greater. Look. Exactly. Jeff said it. He never did that. Come on, he throw up a mirror quick. He'd be like, "Oh, okay. You want them to speak to you in a softer way? Oh, well, how have you been speaking to them? Oh, okay. You want them to show you appreciation? How have you been appreciating them? Oh, you want a clean home? When was the last time you cleaned? Oh, and I was like, "Oh, that's not nice, Jesus." Jeff, you understand. That's not nice. I'd be like, "Oh, come on." Like, right. Jeff said I asked and asked. Come on. Repeatedly. God, you see this going on. Now fix it, God. Come on. Come on, God. You see what need to be done. They tripping. Fix them. And God said, "No, it's piercing your heart for a reason, but now I'm gonna use it to fix you, and you will be the example." We even look at this is we even look at when Jesus arrived after Lazarus had passed away and he had already been dead. That pierced his heart. That pierced his heart. But it was a clear picture of what was to come. Y'all better. It pierced his heart, but it was a clear picture of what was to come for us. In this time of growth, sometimes the pierced heart is not even a reminder for you. It's a reminder for the ones around you. It's giving them insight so they can know what's coming. I look and literally, I've gotten so many calls. Come on. I've gotten so many calls of loved ones and friends who've been sick and passed away. We know we just laid to rest Pastor Cassandra, and I've gotten friends who have called, business friends that have called and that knew her, and we've talked, and I've had people that have, you know, tested positive for COVID. And I mean, it's just so many different things going on. And I go, wow. Every time I get another call, God, it pierces my heart. Every time I see another post, God, it pierces my heart because I know for so many, that moment is going to be what stops them. And God was like, no, I need you to show them that it was something that can make them stronger. It's something that can make them tougher. It's something to prepare them. Come on. In these moments, we need to be the peace. Listen, I had, and my kids, it was interesting because I always said, listen, I don't invite a whole bunch of people to my home. There's a lot of stuff that don't go on in my home because I needed a home of peace, not just for me, but for them. You should never go through everything that we go through in this world and be able to come home and not have peace in your home. That is the worst feeling in the world. I've dealt with that. I've come home to a home where there was domestic violence, and it that is never, that's never the space that you want to be in. You want to at least be able to come. And this is the thing, and this is why I think a big shift has happened, especially with when everything closed in 2020. I think it was a great reminder that it was time to make our home a place of worship, because so many of us had gotten so accustomed to the only time that we seek God and see God is when we were in a church building. And there were so many people that the only time they opened their Bible was when they were in a church service. And 2020 was a reminder that my home needed to be a place of worship. It was a moment that pierced our heart, y'all. Loved ones passed away, friends passed away. We couldn't see each other. We could not hold each other up. We could not grab each other and hug each other strong. It pierced our hearts. But it was a reminder that the church was not the only place that we could worship. The church was not the only place where we could go and sing his praises. The church was not the only place that we could go and fellowship. The church was one building, but the reality is we are the church. And we had something much bigger to do. And so this week, think about what has pierced your heart this year and ask God why. What are you supposed to do with that? Mm. And that's many people have done that, Jeff, and not knowing, and with every, especially now with all of this, you got all these new age things going on, right? So you kind of got to be careful about, who you talk to and who you bring in the house and who you mm-mm. I walk through my home with my anointing oil and I pray over my home. I put anointing oil over the doors of my children's rooms. Every once and again, I'll have oil in my hand and I'll come in and just touch their beds. God, make sure that they have a peaceful sleep. But these are the things that we do without people really knowing. These are the things that we do without, putting up a sign and saying, I prayed for you this morning. I prayed for you this morning. And I know we get into, again, it made us really look and say, are we really praying for people when we say, I'm praying for you? When we write it in that post, in the comments, are you stopping in that moment and actually saying a prayer for that person? Because something pierced your heart when you saw it. So what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? God didn't just show you that just to show you. He wasn't just showing you a highlight reel. What are you going to do about it? Because there's somebody waiting for you to do whatever that is. I'm excited about all the things that God has been sharing, all the things that God has been saying, the opportunities that have been opening up. But God, I just want to say this morning, thank you for the moments that pierced my heart because they made me stronger. Even though it did not feel good in the moment, thank you for the moments that pierced my heart because it made me stronger. Because when we think about it in the natural, if something were to pierce your heart, it would make you weaker. Because there would be a loss of blood. There would be a loss of the function of your heart. But in the spiritual, when something pierces your heart, it is because you are meant to do something. Y'all got some work to do today, right? I appreciate you guys. I thank you so much for joining me this morning and being a part of the conversation. Come on, exactly. Jeff said it. It's always in the looking back we see God's hands. Because in the moment, all we see is the pierced heart. We're not really looking at anything else. We're not really opening our eyes to anything else that's around us. How many of y'all listen? Certain things happen, you get tunnel vision. You shut off everything else. We tend to miss some things, right? Look, Jeff said, right? Yes, we miss some things because then we get tunnel vision, and now we didn't shut other things off, and we not doing what we supposed to do in other areas because we didn't honed in on this one thing that pierced our heart. God is a healer. He's a healer. And so whatever pierced your heart, God is able to heal it. Whatever pierced your heart, God is able to go and heal that part. But he needs you to be aware of it. He needs you to talk to him about it so you can understand the assignment, right? You guys have an amazing, terrific Tuesday. Come back, watch the replay if you need to. Uh, but definitely make sure you take some time to really think about what pierced your heart this year. And some of you may even need to go back. What pierced your heart last year? And God, how do you want me to use that? I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow with our next morning press. And until next time, guys, don't forget to press it out. See ya.